Hey guys, HDvee here, and welcome back to another video going over Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. In today's video, we've got some more controversy going around about the new games because a mobile game, a bootleg Pokemon mobile game, apparently has better animations than Sword and Shield. So of course, that's caused an outrage, like how is this mobile game making better animations than a billion-dollar company? So we're going to get to the bottom of it today. So if you're excited for the video, please do consider hitting that like button down below. It really does go a long way in helping out. Make sure to leave a comment as well with your thoughts and feelings about everything that we do cover in today's video. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And whilst you're down there, if you're brand new, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and ring the bell. We do go live with Pokemon content every single day. With all of that out of the way though, guys, let's get into the video and take a look at what we have to see. So starting things off, this was an article written on polygon.com. I'll throw this in the description down below so you get to read the whole of it in its entirety, because I'm just going to kind of skim through it today, but basically go over the important things. So yeah, definitely check this article out if you do want to have a little bit more of an insight onto this whole problem. But basically it says, bootleg Pokemon game keeps the Sword and Shield fan controversy boiling. Here we go again. So this was written a couple of days ago, but I think this has kind of been on Twitter for the last week or so. I've seen it flying around here and there on Twitter, so I did want to make a video on it today just to kind of give my thoughts and feelings on it. But anyway, it says, Let's Go Pokemon Mobile is not an official Pocket Monsters game, but you wouldn't know that from the amount of attention it's been receiving lately. The knockoff has been a huge conversation piece for the Pokemon community over the last week, largely due to a wider controversy involving Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. So that's what the game's called, Let's Go Pokemon Mobile. So the knockoff games even use like the Let's Go name for their own game. So it says, to make a long story short, Pokemon Sword and Shield won't incorporate every monster in the wider compendium. And this bit of news has drawn ear from fans who take the gotta catch 'em all motto to heart. Game Freak explained that it was cutting down the list of overall creatures because the developer wanted to give models higher fidelity animations. It's a sound development decision, except that some intense players have taken the statement as a weak excuse. And of course there's that whole thing about the models that they might not even be making them from scratch. I did make a video on that the other day, but which is another, obviously, video in its whole entirety. But yeah, that's also another problem. Have Game Freak been lying to us? We just don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, it says, the result is now that every time some new Pokemon footage is released, players will highlight supposedly lackluster animations or point out what seem to be recycled movements. While much of this chatter lack nuance is, I don't know why they're using these words, and doesn't consider the complicated realities of game development, it's also a conversation that refuses to die. The latest flare-up in this unfortunate debacle. What are these words? Is the surf? I've never even seen that word. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just stupid. Debacle? I don't even know. Could have just said debate. It is what it is. Is the surfacing of a knockoff that at first glance appears to have more lush animations than those in Sword and Shield. So I'll throw this in the description down below, but this is basically the knockoff game. This is Let's Go Pokemon Mobile or whatever it is, and as you can see, I'm just going to play it here. As you can see, the animations look nice. This is a mobile game, by the way. This isn't like on the 3DS or anything. This is a knockoff mobile game, and the animations they look really nice. They look really clean. Look at this Solgaleo using this move right now. It looks really good. You know what I mean? And this is a mobile game. I mean, they've even got, which part is it? They've got Mewtwo using that. They've even got I'm pretty sure they've got, obviously we've never had a Pokemon game where Blastoise shoots water out of its cannons, but in this game it does. As you can see here, it's using an attack. It's actually shooting water out of its cannons, which we've never even had in a normal Pokemon game. So this is just gameplay of this mobile game. I don't know if it's still available to download. I don't know. I haven't really checked it out myself. But as you can see, the animations are just super clean. And that's why everyone's kind of been getting into a fuss about it. Like, how is this mobile game making these kind of animations, which is obviously going to be a low-budget company and stuff, and then the Sword and Shield over here making animations that are super bad. They can't even make like water ripple and stuff. Like, as we said, did make a video about this the other day about the whole water situation. But like I said, there's no water splashes or anything like that as Gyarados emerges out of the water. So people are like, well, what's going on here? How is this a thing where Blastoise is shooting water out his cannons and stuff, and the animations look fluent and stuff and really nice, and then Sword and Shield can't even make a splash around a Gyarados that comes out of the water? So everyone's like, what's going on there? Game Freak, we want answers. And that's why it just caused a load of massive debate on Twitter. Everyone was getting involved and stuff. and it was I don't know, it was just kind of another reason to hate on Sword and Shield, and people kind of just jumped at the opportunity to do that. Well, most people anyway. And then it said, footage showing off battle animations from this unofficial game have gone viral on Twitter, which confused fans, wondering how is that a fan-developed game could possibly surpass the offerings of a real Pokemon game. Because I'm not going to lie, the animations do look better than the ones in Sword and Shield. Of course, at the end of the day, this mobile game only has about 25 to 30 Pokemon in it, and then obviously Sword and Shield, we don't know how many Pokemon's going to be in that game, probably around 600, 700 plus. So obviously they've got to do all animations for all of those Pokemon, and Dynamaxing and the whole story and the world map and everything like that, which is fair enough. But at the end of the day, like, if the animations can be this good on this mobile game, which is nowhere near as good as the Switch, by the way, it's just a normal little mobile game, why are we not able to have that on the Switch? Then it says, Blastoise just shot out of its cannons, one YouTube commenter noted. Pokemon games, by contrast, have Blastoise spurting water from his general head area, which makes no sense when you consider that the design has literal water cannons. The animation is far above the qualifications of mainline Pokemon games, the commenter continued. What's ironic about this conversation is that it ignores a large chunk of what actual Pokemon developers have to contend with. A knockoff game doesn't have to design new monsters. Not gonna lie, haven't read this article. Everything I just said was just kind of like me thinking about it, and now it's just all in this article, so we're kind of just going over it again. But yeah, it says a knockoff game doesn't have to design new monsters, moves, or models. Fans are also ignoring that the knockoff game doesn't have the full compendium of monsters either, so of course it's theoretically easier to devote more resources to all sorts flourishes. In short, people are praising the production of a game that was only possible using Game Freak's new pared down design philosophy. Then it says, but the kicker is this, the fancy animations that so many people are complimenting, or the bootleg game doesn't seem to have entirely come up with them either, as noted by Twitter user LuTube, I want to say. So yeah, this was a tweet that emerged. I did see this tweet, which is kind of what made me want to make this video, because, like I said, Sword and Shield's getting a lot of hate because of this whole animation thing in this bootleg game and stuff, when in reality it says, y'all see that passionate Chinese knockoff Pokemon game with the better animations than Sword and Shield? Not only are the models stolen from Game Freak, but the animations are either ripped or slightly tweaked from Pokémon Tournament. Just wanted to spread awareness. So this is the video that he's uploaded to Twitter. We're just going to play it as we talk through it. So this is Charizard using an attack in the mobile game. This is the mobile game right here. And then as we can see, this is Charizard X in Pokémon Tournament, and as you can see, they look very, very similar. There's actually a comparison right here, so you can see the very, very similarities from both of these Charizards using the attack. Not only that, we also have Mewtwo as well, jumping into the air. I don't know what move it's using there, but then we obviously have Mewtwo X doing the same thing, and it is just, again, very, very similar animations. So basically what this Chinese bootleg company have done is stolen the models from Game Freak, and they've also taken the animations and tweaked them slightly, so it looks like they've kind of come up with them and stuff like that, which is obviously wrong. They shouldn't be stealing anything. I mean, they're not even allowed to make the game anyway, because it's completely stolen from Pokemon. Like, they're using Pokemon that's owned by Game Freak. But the only thing is, like, again, with the whole Blastoise cannons thing, that's just a bit of a nitpicking thing. Like, we should have had that in Pokemon a long time ago. Like, Blastoise literally has water cannons on its back. As we can see, in the mobile game, it's actually using them to shoot. So obviously they made that animation and stuff all on their own, because it's not existent in Pokemon. It doesn't exist. Blastoise has never shot water out of its cannons in a Pokemon game, I'm pretty sure anyway. Not in any of the main games anyway. So they've obviously had to come up with a lot of animations themselves. It's a nice little mobile game, don't get me wrong. It's a it looks really, really fun, and there's a lot of Pokemon that you can get. Well, I say a lot, but there's like 20, 25, I don't know. It's like a list here. A bunch of legendaries, pseudo-legendaries. There's Ditto as well. Then goes on to say, where is it? Okay, Pokémon Tournament is a fighting game, and that genre of video game necessitates in-depth animations that can clearly communicate the differences between dozens of moves. Pokémon also has a limited roster, which allows its developers to flesh out its characters in ways that Game Freak probably never could, at least not with nearly 1,000 monsters to account for. The same is true of clips that purport to show better animations from old Nintendo 64 Pokémon games. These also had much smaller rosters than what's in modern games, but regardless, the bootleg game isn't definitive evidence that Game Freak is pulling a fast one on the fans. All the same, the furor around Pokemon Sword and Shield continues a month later. Community members are growing wary of all the infighting. The Pokemon fandom isn't in a great place right now, but if there's one slight upside to all this, it's now that we're having more conversations about what the game development actually entails. Now fans can stop harassing the general Pokemon social media feeds. These poor social media managers aren't even a part of Game Freak. So like I say, I'll throw all this in the description down below. I'll throw this this article, and I'll also throw this video as well of the Chinese Pokemon game. This is obviously just the Pokemon trailer, so you obviously know where to find that, but that was just kind of a comparison thing. But yeah, all in all, I kind of made this video just to kind of show that you can't really hate on Sword and Shield when a bootleg game has just stolen everything from them and just tweaked them a little bit. Yes, they shouldn't have done it, and yes, some elements of the game are good, like Blastoise shooting out water out of its cannons and stuff. Those elements should be in a normal Pokemon game. They always should have been, because it makes no sense him shooting like Hydro Pump out of its head instead of the 2 water cannons. But at the end of the day, you can't really compare the 2 games, because Sword and Shield have got hundreds of Pokemon in. They had to do the storyline, characters, the wild area, all that, all the animations for them and stuff like that, Dynamaxing, Gigantamaxing, and then this game is a small mobile game that's stolen the Pokemon, stolen the animations, stolen the models, everything like that, so you can't really have a go at Pokemon for this game. So I did want to just make a quick video on that today, and it's been popping up all over Twitter as well, so I'm sure you've seen something about it anyway. But that is going to be everything for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to drop a like down below. It really does help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts and feelings about this. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, and of course subscribe as well if you're brand new. That's everything from me though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day, and until next time, peace.